Okay, so I got started immediately. I didn't sketch. I sketched in InDesign. I had learned enough in the nonsense alphabet to just I wanted to do it in InDesign, and I was aware of that. So I just started making ladies, old ladies, different kinds of personalities, and to just kind of see what I liked, what I didn't like. And so after messing around with these ladies, that sounded wrong, but I then realized that I wanted a stern person. I didn't want that kind of funny, comical thing that I had done with my earlier sketches. And this is my great grandma.
Yeah.
So she kind of portrayed the person I wanted to illustrate. Just had kind of a stern look. I don't think she ate flies, but um, so anyway, using her as my inspiration, I just started cutting. I did go back to traditional. I wanted to create myself a little puppet show because this time I really did have to develop a character, and I wanted to get to know her, and I wanted to see how she interacted with all the animals. As I don't know if you know how the story goes, but she swallows the fly, and then she has to swallow a spider to eat the fly. Then she has to swallow a bird to eat the spider that ate the fly. So she's going on this crazy, bizarre journey of trying to get rid of the spider by having something bigger eat it that she's then eating. Anyway.
A lovely progression that
Yes.
children find fascinating. I remember I found that fascinating as a nursery rhyme when I was a kid.
My son actually thought it was horrific. He was terrified about the idea. He thought it was terrible, but he ended up liking it. So anyway, I put this in here because I recommend to someone who is new to their characters or maybe not new, to cut them out and just play with them. I put on her arm and I moved her around, and I had other puppets as well, and it really kind of I spoke for her, and I guess it was a little creepy of me, but I just kind of got to know her that way.
The puppets are interesting. Can you elaborate a little bit about why? Is it because it forced you to simplify the shapes, or
yes, very good question. That's exactly right. I think that just to go back, when I started the sketching, it's very easy for me to want to just start adding and adding and adding, and what I wanted to do is get back to her basic, like what I wanted, kind of a raw feeling about her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, to simplify her.
And within design, Kendra, is it like any of the other digital paint tools where were you working on a tablet with a stylus?
No.
And using the pen tool? How does that work with it? InDesign is a pagination software, and a lot of book producers and publishers use it to lay out their books, but Kendra's the first person I've ever talked to who's actually used it as an illustration and painting app as well. So can you tell us a little bit about how that works with InDesign?
Yeah, it's InDesign is it's a layout program, and because of my work with print production, it just is a program that I'm very, very comfortable using. So I started, when I first started doing the US Time stuff, I was assembling Photoshop art into InDesign, and then I started just wanting to cut that that part out and just start directly working within InDesign. It kind of just happened without even thinking about it. I was just like, well, I'm not going to go over to Illustrator. I'm just going to do it here and see how it works out. And it kept working out for me. So it's I actually don't use a stylus or a tablet. I use my laptop, and I don't even use a mouse. I